अपिलांगी, आपका स्वागत है। आ, आप अरुणाचल से, नॉर्थ ईस्ट से बिलोंग करती है। इस कार्यक्रम में अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मिजोरम, मणिपुर, नॉर्थ ईस्ट से, यहाँ से इन 2 तारीख से चल रही श्रृंखला में साथियों ने अपना योगदान दिया है। तो विशेष करके हम मानते हैं कि हमारी भारत की जो बनावट रही है, गांधी जी ने आजादी के आंदोलन के साथ साथ इस बनावट को भी खड़ा किया था। और ये पूरा देश जो है, इसकी वही विशेषता है, कश्मीर से एकदम कन्याकुमारी तक और एकदम गुजरात से नॉर्थ ईस्ट तक। तो ये विशेषता, और इस विशेषता को इस कार्यक्रम में पूरी तरह देश के युवाओं ने एक साथ उस बनावट को एक साथ बांधने का काम किया। और इसलिए मैं आपका विशेष आभार और धन्यवाद व्यक्त करता हूँ। और आप अपनी बात रखने से पहले अपना परिचय भी दे और अपनी बात शुरू करें। ओके।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं तो ये अरुणाचल हिंदी ही आती है, तो लाइक हम जो इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे। तो my name is Apilang Apum, and I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Economics, Jomintang Government Model Degree College, Roying in Arunachal Pradesh. I am teaching economics to the undergraduate students. And before I share my views on what Gandhi means to me and how I look Gandhi, I would like to say thank you to Rashtriya Yuva Sangathan for giving us an opportunity to share our views on Gandhi's life and on views on his ideals and principles. I think as I was looking at the flyers of this program, I think it is rightly mentioned that we have caged Gandhiji in statues, books, photos, and even in currency. And I think nowadays we have reduced Gandhiji to just Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, to see, like forgetting all his ideals, forgetting all his principles. We just reduced him to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. But so today I would like to share my views on particularly on his two ideals, that is universal brotherhood and ideas of non-violence, and how it is relevant in our context. So Gandhiji, he was a person who propagates the ideals of non-violence and universal brotherhood. And his idea of universal brotherhood was his idea of universal brotherhood. He espoused religious inclusiveness and cultural diversity, cutting across all the ethnic barriers. Gandhiji put the value of humanity at all levels. He had equal respects for all religions. He had equal respect for all castes, peoples, and he promoted cultural diversity. And now today we live in a very heterogeneous society with people from different religious groups, different castes, different tribes, different cultures. And I think for a society to progress, it is very important, it is very pertinent that we recognize that each and every of us has an equal dignity, that we really have to recognize, and we really have to promote this idea. Promote this understanding that every one of us, irrespective of all castes, irrespective of all religions, all of us is human and has equal dignity. And I think Gandhiji has really propagated these ideas of universal brotherhood. And one of the reasons why Gandhiji is very much popular even in the world is because of all his idea of universal brotherhood and all his ideas of truth and non-violence. So, and then I'm now moving on to these ideas of his non-violence ideas. I think Gandhiji, he really advocated the non-violence in his freedom struggles. He practiced the idea of non-violence. And for me, I feel that this now in our society, in today's context, I believe that the idea of non-violence can be implemented in different areas, not just to fight for something. And for me, I believe that the idea of non-violence should begin at home, non-violence should begin at home. So, but then in India, like even all of you might also have read in the newspapers that during the lockdown, the domestic violence cases in India has risen. So there were lots of, as per the National Commission for Women's report, in only 3 months, so there were more than 1,400 cases of domestic violence, and that is just registered one, and it is as per their reports, it is said that like only 7% of the women who faced domestic violence registered the case. So another 93%, they don't even tell about the physical violence, the sexual violence that is happening at home. So I think that the ideas of non-violence should begin at home. And for all of us who believed in Gandhi's ideals, and for all of us who promote his ideals, I think we really should practice it at home, and we should respect our own sisters, and we should respect your own spouses. So giving voices to your wife, giving voices to your sisters, your daughters, I think that has to begin at home. And I think the idea of non-violence, it has also to be practiced in the way the politics is done. So as we all know that even in the world, how this politics is thriving, the way world politics is thriving is becoming very, very violent. This I mean, even it's not just India but all over the world, the way we are doing politics is becoming very violent and aggressive. So here we really have to remember the ideas of non-violence, the principles of non-violence, as we are remembering Gandhi today, and this should be practiced in the way we do politics. And because he promoted the idea of universal brotherhood, so we have to always remember that even in the level of politics, like we can be ideologically, all of us can be different, we can have different views on politics, we can have different understanding of politics, but since we all of us are human, we can live peacefully and peacefully by loving each other. So, and trying to dominate, trying to put our own ideology to others, I think that is very, very wrong. So that is very wrong. And because we have to respecting an individual, respecting human dignity doesn't just means that you value a person. When we value a person, it encompasses all your thoughts, it encompasses all your ideas, all your religions and beliefs. So whatever you are thinking also, even if we disagree, even if you disagree with that person, but still then we have to love that person. We should learn to respect that person. So I think this is what I wanted to say. And as a person, as a people here who propagate and who believes in the ideals of Gandhiji, I think we should not just preach, we should not just share, but we have to live it out in practice in our life. Our life itself should speak to the people. And just as Gandhiji has lived out his principles, like he was very simple, because his ideas on economics was very simple, and he led a very simple life. So I mean, but his ideas and his living was there was no difference. So I think for us also, we have to live out what we are sharing, what we are preaching, and we should be a living paradigm for other people to follow. And I believe that his ideas are incredibly relevant in today's context, in today's generation, and it will be applicable in all generations. And therefore, we should not stop promoting his ideals of universal brotherhood, truth, and non-violence until we achieve a peaceful society. I want to end my sharing with Gandhiji's quote: "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Thank you.
जी, आपने कई वैल्यूज गांधी जी के बारे में आपने जोड़े हैं, जिसमें मुख्य आपने ध्यान केंद्रित किया है कि गांधी जी सिर्फ स्वच्छता अभियान के लिए उतनी ही मर्यादित नहीं है। उनके कई वैल्यूज है जो हमें उनकी समाज में, देश में उनके अलग भी जो विचार है, जो सत्य, अहिंसा, सर्वधर्म समभाव, स्त्री अत्याचार के बारे में भी आपने अपनी बात कही है। राजनीतिक जो स्तर आज का बना हुआ है उसके तरफ भी हमारा ध्यान केंद्रित आपने किया है। और उनका जो सादा सरल लाइफ जो है, जीवन है, उन्होंने तो अपनी बात में ही कहा है कि मेरा जीवन ही मेरा संदेश है। तो वो जैसे जिए अपने जीवन में, तो इसलिए दुनिया जो है उनको जो है अपनाने के लिए आज जो है विचार से, लेकिन धरातल पे लाने के लिए हम जिस तरह से युवा आज उसको समझ रहे हैं, तो कुछ लोग कोशिश भी कर रहे हैं। तो उसी कोशिश को आगे बढ़ाने की जरूरत है। और आपने ये सारे मुद्दे जोड़े हैं, मैं आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं। और आप हमारे साथ बने रही है। जो सवाल आपके लिए आएंगे उसके बारे में आप अपनी राय दीजिएगा। तो इसके बाद मैं महाराष्ट्र की बहन है वैष्णवी हमारे साथ जुड़ी है, तो मैं उनसे निवेदन करता हूं कि वे अपनी बात प्रस्तुत करें। वैष्णवी। मुझे लगता है वैष्णवी हमारे साथ जुड़ी नहीं है। मैं दूसरे साथी महाराष्ट्र से आशीष जी है, मैं उनसे निवेदन करता हूं कि वे आए और अपनी बात जो है प्रस्तुत करें।
First of all, thank you for giving me such a good platform. A change if you want to change something, you have to change yourself. A change in yourself will lead to change in the future. Future will become a history one day, which will art in the heart of every countryman. This will lead to the teaching to the future generation, which will come in the form of the action and the speech. That will lead to uplift of the country, and the country will become an idol for other countries. Uh, for becoming a good citizen, first you have to uh, uh, have some responsibilities. The first responsibility is about the guests which are coming from the outside countries to learn our culture, our history, and our historical monuments. We have to first protect our monuments, not do littering and talking or any bad things, or not troubling the outsiders. Then we have our second responsibility about our neighbors and our friends, and then the relatives, and at last our mother, father, and our children, and all our loved ones. Then we could bring our country, uh, and we together become a nation, and we could fight any kind of the difficulty which are faced by our country. Today is our very difficulty is there, which is about the COVID-19, and every countryman, every relative, every neighbor, every friend, we are helping them by every whatever kinds of we can give them as our food, as if we got some money, we are lending them money, and if any kind of the quarrels are there, we are disputes are there, we are helping also to solve the dispute today. And as we see the future from past till now, we have changed very much in the form of the agriculture and the protection of the women, and the crimes against the women. There are very various committees set up today, as we got 1,000 universities today, and we got 50 central universities and 104 state universities. There are various organizations like PWC, Child Welfare Committee, and JJB, Juvenile Justice Board. They are both set up in 2008 and 2028 January. And there are various Gandhian study centers, about 700 Gandhian study centers in all over the Maharashtra, which are focusing on the last 144 days of his work in the India. At the time of the 2000 2001, there are very less tiger population in the India, which was like 100 to 200, and now we have uh, increased the tiger population in 2009 9 census about 3000, and we are also one of the member in the WHO World Health Organization. There are 197 organizations in the 197 countries. So we are one of the 197 countries, and Dr. Harshvardhan Goel, he is the minister from the NDA from the India. He is also working and giving speeches and accepting speeches. The World Health Organization, which was inaugurated by Jawaharlal Nehru in the headquarters at the Delhi, which was set up by the Committee for Southeast Asia in 1948. And we also got 22 nuclear power stations and 7 nuclear power plants in our India, which will generate some of the 6,400 megawatts of the energy, and which is a completely green fuel. And once we sign the national non-profit treaty, we can get tons of the uranium and heavy water. At the Mallapuram, Kerala, there is a nuclear power station which is working on the heavy water, which is used to cool down the reactors and get more and more of the steam that will drive the turbines, and driving the turbines we get 100 of the megawatts of electricity, and there will be very low cost of electricity once this nuclear power station come to work at that time. Thank you for giving me time. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद। आपने काफी जो वैज्ञानिक जो गतिविधि जो है अपने देश की उसको आपने उजागर किया है, लेकिन गांधी जी के नजरिए से जो है आपके सवाल में जो है उसमें अगर जो है आएगी, उसमें आप जरूर जो है बात कहिएगा कि आज की परिस्थिति में जो कुछ गतिविधियां वैज्ञानिक स्तर पर जो है देश में है चल रही है, जो भी डेवलपमेंट की जो बात आपने कही है उसको आप जरूर जो सवाल में अपने जोड़िएगा कि आप उसको किस नजरिए से देखते हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। इसके बाद मैं हमारे साथ जम्मू से जुड़े हैं साथी नितिन शर्मा जी, तो मैं उनसे निवेदन करता हूं कि वे जुड़े और अपनी बात रखें। अच्छा, उनके यहाँ शायद नेटवर्क का दिक्कत हुई है। ऑडियो है उनका, तो ऑडियो हम लोग चला सकते हैं। जहाँ थोड़ा जो दूर दराज है कश्मीर में तो नेट की प्रॉब्लम जो है बनी है। हमारे 2-3 साथी जो है इस श्रृंखला में जुड़े, उनके साथ भी वही दिक्कत हुई, तो उनका ऑडियो चला कर उनकी बात हम लोग जो है इस श्रृंखला में सभी के सामने प्रस्तुत किए हैं। अगर नितिन जी की भी बात अगर हमारे तकनीकी साथी से मैं निवेदन करता हूं कि उनका ऑडियो हमारे पास उपलब्ध है, तो वो जरूर इसमें अभी उनकी बात ऑडियो द्वारा प्रस्तुत करें। अच्छा, उनका हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। नितिन जी हमारे साथ जुड़ नहीं सके हैं, इसलिए हम आगे की गतिविधि को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। हम सवाल जवाब की ओर बढ़ते हैं। तो सर्वप्रथम अपिलांग जी को सवाल है, डू यू थिंक इंडिया 2020 is moving towards a homogeneous identity, leaving behind ethnic diversity. अपिलंग जी, ये आपके लिए सवाल है, आप अपनी इस पर राय दीजिए.
Okay. Thank you so much for this question. Particularly, I think that we are still lagging behind moving towards a homogeneous society, because I see that still there are lots of differences, and still there are practices of caste systems, and even there is a discrimination based on the religion. There is a discrimination happening based on race. Like when we go to the mainland Indians, so people, they don't know us, they don't look at us as an Indians, but they will call us as Chinese, Chinky, Nepali, or So I mean, the mentality, the mindset of the people of this country has still a lot, has still it still has to grow. So I think that there is still a lot of things to be done, lots of the progress, there has to be a lots of progress. I feel like that, I think. And I think we already know in the newspapers also, we read about how the upper caste are dominating the lower caste. So these things are happening.
Another question for you. What do you think of Gandhiji's economic ideas?
Okay. I think we have to know that when we talk about Gandhian economic thought, we always have to remember this, that the philosophy behind his economic thought, that is the truth, truth and the non-violence, that is always there. And then so Gandhian economic thoughts, he was a person who propagates, he really believes in the decentralization. And I think now we have this Panchayati Raj systems and all. It's because I think one of the main contributions was because of Gandhiji. So it's like because he believed that if the decentralization was one of the reasons for the exploitations happening in India, and for one of the reasons for the poverty and the unemployment. So he really propagated this whole idea of decentralization. And we have now decentralization, but still, as I said, that we have to, the root behind all his policies, all his economic thoughts is there is always truth and truth. The philosophy is always, there is always truth, and so the non-violence is always there. So like whenever the ideas has to be practiced, so there has to be an element of truth. The truth has to be always there. And then he also talks about trusteeship, which I really like. I mean, I as an economic teacher, I really liked his ideas of trusteeship, because people, in India, like people, we have lots different people from different areas, and all of us do not have equal access to the education, equal access to the kind of educations that we receive. So there are rich people, there are poor people, so that there is huge inequality in India. And this whole idea of trusteeship, trusteeship means like where the rich peoples, they are the trust of the society, and they share their wealth to the people. So like, but this is not happening. I mean, I don't see. I mean, this is little. I mean, only few percent of the rich sections of the people are sharing their wealth. So, but then because he believes in the welfare of all people, he believes in the welfare of all people, irrespective of wherever you belong, whatever is your identity. So that's the reason that I believe that if we really need to practice this idea of trusteeship, the rich people has to share their wealth, because they got the opportunity to to get good education, but not all people has access to better education and has access to good education. So that is one of the one ideas of that was his one idea, and he really Gandhi also, he was a person who really propagate these ideas of villageism. Like, you know, he was concentrated on developing village, because he said, like, until and unless we don't develop the village, India cannot be a developed country. So now the trend that we see in India is like the development of the rural places are not happening as it should be, but rather the people are moving out of the rural areas to the urban areas. So in that way, the trend, the trend of migration, there is a huge migration, because the rural area are not developing. So people are moving out to urban areas for better access to employment, better access to education, and the concentration of the population in the urbanization is very, very high. But the negative effect is that the village are always left behind. They are not being developed as it should have been. So the better way, as Gandhiji said, the better way of why do people has to come to for a person like, suppose I belong to Arunachal, so we are just ahead. We are just ahead of Bihar in terms of literacy rate as per our 2011 census. So I mean, we are the second lowest, having second lowest literacy rate in the country. So for me, like, going to Delhi to study, coming to capital for study, so there is lots of economic cost involved, and that every people cannot afford that. So what can we do is, like, why don't we provide the better education, the better health care to the village, to the village, instead of concentrating the development in the urban sector. So in that way, I feel like Gandhi was, in a way, he was right that village should be developed. So yeah, there are lots of things to be shared, but I think I'll just stop here.
ओके ओके, ठीक है। काफी आपने एकदम विस्तृत और गांधी जी की जो आर्थिक जो है विलेज डेवलपमेंट में, यानी उन्होंने जो कहा था कि गांव के तरफ गांव ग्राम स्वराज की जो परिकल्पना उन्होंने रखी थी, और आज भी हम देख रहे हैं कि आज ऐसी परिस्थिति में